So this was an anonymous leeches game that I played a couple days ago, and I trolled my opponent so hard that I kept on laughing during the game. So just watch for yourself, okay? So we have e4, and I play my b6 e6 setup. I actually had quite a bit of fun playing it. Basically, you put pressure on the center, but from a distance, and you use this bishop to pin this knight that is defending the e4 pawn, and you also play moves like knight f6. We get the bishop pin. Now this pawn is hanging, but they just stop the pin and lose a pawn right away. And from that point, I basically knew, okay, this opponent wasn't the greatest at chess. So we just continue the game, knight f6 and knight e5, which is a very weird move. I can just play d6 and kick the knight out. But before I play d6, I castle, get my king out of the center. He plays f3, I move my bishop back, and queen d3. Yeah, no idea what queen d3 does, but anyway, we just continue normally, d6, and knight c4. So I actually had this really nice idea, bishop a6 to pin the knight, and then d5 to put pressure on it and finally win the knight. The only problem with bishop a6 is that he can just move the queen, and then the knight is no longer pinned. But when I played that, he actually completely ignored it. He didn't even move the queen. So that just allowed me to play d5. And I took the knight. And after bishop b4, here's where it gets interesting. I play knight d5 to counterattack these two pieces. And he moves queen e4. So basically saying, if you take my bishop, I will take your rook. But there's a key detail he missed here. So after I took the bishop and he took my rook, I just realized, can't I just go knight back to c6 and this queen is just trapped? So I went knight back to c6 and this queen has no moves. It can't go here, can't take this, can't go here, and can't go here. And also I'm just threatening to play queen c8 and bishop b7 to just win the queen. And all I had to do was give up the bishop, which is amazing. Oh yeah, and there's nothing he can do, by the way. The d5 does nothing, I just take. And if rook takes, I don't even have to take the rook. I can if I want to, and the queen is still trapped, but I can just go queen c8 and bishop b7 anyway. So with b3, and I just decided to play, you know what, this queen is not going anywhere, so why not just protect this pawn? And he played bishop e2 after like a couple minutes. I think they thought for quite a bit on this move, and they just thought about how to rescue the queen, but there was no way to rescue. So just queen c8. He went here, just take. He took with a rook, but it doesn't matter. Bishop b7, and now he has to give up his queen. And if you think this game will continue like normal, then you are completely mistaken. Okay, so this is going to be the second troll phase, if you will. So knight b4. I'm just attacking the rook and maybe trying to take the pawn on e2, and maybe try to play c3 to take the heir away from the king. They move the rook here, but I don't have to take. I can just take the pawn with check. So here's the next brilliant idea I had. So c3 check, he takes my knight, I go queen a6 check, king has to go here, and then I go queen a3. And then there's this checkmate, and there's nothing he can do about it, as long as he takes my knight, which is pretty likely, I think. Actually, c3 check, I mean, he could go here, but in that case, queen a6 anyway, with the threat to take this knight away and then check him. And yeah, so c3 is exactly what happened. c3 check, he takes my knight, queen a6, and now this. And there's absolutely nothing he can do to stop checkmate. And I just thought, wait, there's no rush. I can just play on like it's normal. And he took my knight. He was threatening to take this pawn. So I just defended the pawn. Like, why give a checkmate when you can break your opponent mentally? So he went rook b7, and now he was threatening to take the c7 pawn. So I just defend with the king. There's nothing more important going on than defending this pawn, so might as well. And yeah, he went rook a7, this pawn's defended anyway. so I had to do nothing about it. So king here, and now here's another slightly important moment. Oh yeah, what I forgot to mention is that when he went rook a7, he was actually threatening to take the pawn with the bishop, and the pawn is pinned to my queen. So that's why I played king c6. And now that he played bishop takes, I can just take with the king, and I'm completely fine. And after he sacrificed his bishop, all he's left with is a rook. And this checkmate is not going anywhere. So I just trolled around for a little bit more, just moved my king. He went back, and still I didn't play checkmate. Instead, just push a couple pawns because why not? And he pushed h3, and now I finally end the game with checkmate and end his suffering, if you will. Definitely one of the funniest games I've ever played, and if you want to troll your opponents who are lower rated than you, then you can maybe take some inspiration from this. So other than that, that is it for the video. If you managed to enjoy the video, consider leaving a sub. Otherwise, that's it.